Marathon, and my reaction was, oh no. The Boston Marathon is the premier marathon in the world, and it's one of the great American events. And you know, I've never run a marathon, but I run shorter races, and the finish line is where all the families gather. It's where families and friends and people come to cheer on their loved ones, and explosions went off in the 4-hour mark. That's, you know, by then the elite athletes have finished, and it's the people who are kind of the winners, who are running for charity, who are finishing. And it's just, you know, the more you hear terrible stories of loss, and often multiple members of families, it's just heartbreaking. And you know, the question that you come up with is, who would do such a thing to harm just innocent people? For what? For what purpose? It's just mind-blowing.
Well, it's, you know, it's troublesome on so many levels. That, you know, the slaughter of an 8-year-old boy among the other casualties, the fact that whoever did this could get through what was probably intense security, the fact that it happens on, really, I guess you could call it anything more than a sacred day in Boston.
Yeah.
And if it is an organized terrorist group, here we go again.
Here we go again, and that's the thing. It's just that 25 years in the media are just proceeding really cautiously, because, you know, we just don't know, and it could be foreign, but it could be domestic too. It was tax day. We're at the anniversary date of, you know, Oklahoma City coming up, and different events. So, or the saddest part of all is that it could be for no reason at all, for no political reason at all. It just could be somebody's pathology.
Oh, and what a coward. What a heinous, disgusting coward, Marcos.
Just horrible. It's just horrible. And my heart breaks for the family of the little boy, and there are other family members, other who had multiple members of the family just terribly maimed and injured, because this type of a bomb was designed for only one thing, and that's to maim people. It's just terrible.
Let's shift gears and maybe wind up on a hopeful note. What's your thought on the Kings?
Well, you know, I think that it being delayed, I'm interpreting it as a good sign for Sacramento. I think that Sacramento has sort of come out of, not nowhere, but come beyond what a lot of people expected, particularly people in the national media who had written off Sacramento about a month or two ago. And the pressure that Mayor Kevin Johnson has brought to bear with the whales, as it were, they were all in one place at the downtown plaza yesterday.
Yeah, looking good.
Is that it was kind of cool, actually, to see them all in one.
Like SeaWorld.
It was very cool.
It was very cool. So, but the thing is, you see this amazing ownership group, and a city that's supported the team for 28 years, and a viable arena plan. Why are you taking the team away?
Yeah.
And it just doesn't. It puts that kind of pressure on the NBA owners, and my hope is that, obviously the hope of a lot of people, is that we're going to have a positive outcome.
These nonchalant, aw shucks billionaires saying, "Hey, why are you taking our team away? We'd like to keep them here."
Yeah, no.
It was very cool.
They don't have to go.
Yeah.
No,
We got a lot of money too.
And this Vivek Ranadive, who's the lead guy, he's Indian American. He's a
Very cool.
very cool guy.
Yeah.
And everyone else was wearing a suit, and he was wearing kind of like this I don't even know how to describe it. He looked like an athlete, you know. He
Yeah, he did.
And he had like this athletic kind of thing that zipped up to his throat. He looked I don't know what.
That's
I mean,
our guy. Yeah, we got to go.
Very impressive,
Yep.
confident guy. So
Yep.
hopefully there'll be a good outcome.
Yeah, we hope. All right, Marcos, thank you. That's our guy, too. Marcos Batone from the Sacramento Bee.
All right. Kelly Brothers on business. He'll tell us what's going on Wall Street in 5 minutes, and these stories are coming up as well.
Starting to see more delays developing on our freeways all around Sacramento. We'll take a look at the latest coming up at 7:50.
The end of an era in sports broadcasting. That story coming up at 7:56.
As part of our ongoing coverage of the marathon bombings in Boston, where the media went wrong. That story at 8:02.
She's a former national security advisor. Condoleezza Rice has spoken out about the Boston attacks. That story in 2 minutes on KFBK.
Through the annual auction to support the American Red Cross, you can bid to meet Barry Manilow as he rocks the Greek Theater while raising money for disaster preparedness and relief. Sponsored by the California Earthquake Authority, this annual auction also offers you bidding opportunities to enjoy private dance lessons from the pros at Dancing with the Stars or watching batting practice from the field for the San Francisco Giants. Just go to getpreparedcalifornia.org and help the American Red Cross help us all. Also learn how to minimize financial hardship that may be caused by earthquake damage at getpreparedcalifornia.org. Auction items proudly secured by Clear Channel Media and Entertainment.
It's tragic. A mother must send her children to bed without. Will you be the one that makes a difference? Please, help a person in need download iHeartRadio to their smartphone or tablet. Show them the wonders of listening to 1,500 live radio stations, creating their own custom playlist, or using the Perfect For feature. Please, help them download the free app at iHeartRadio.com.
Tony the termite here, so Pinnacle Pest Control was already bad enough, but now they got that orange oil and all that natural termite killer. Termite killer? I told you we should leave town. Astana, forget about it. We ain't running nowhere.
Pinnacle Pest Control now offering all natural orange oil. Call today at 381-5793. Tune in every Saturday at 12 noon to Right Lend Radio for all the inside information on your home loan.
866 Right Lend. This is Scientific American's 60-Second Tech. I'm Larry Greenmeyer. Got a minute? In recent months, Google has really pushed its Google Glass augmented reality headset as a way to fully immerse yourself in the internet. Fearing that such head-mounted displays will create a new class of distracted drivers, one state is pushing back. West Virginia recently introduced a bill to make it illegal to drive while wearing a head-mounted display. Although it doesn't mention Google Glass specifically, the bill would fine first-time offenders $100. The fine increases to $200 and $300 for the next two offenses. Then they start adding points to your license. The problem, according to lawmakers, is that head-mounted displays project images across a driver's line of sight. In the case of Google Glass, probably more distracting is that you have to look slightly to your right to see the tiny screen. West Virginia is leaving nothing to chance. If passed, the law would go into effect July 1st, several months before pairs of $1,500 Google Glass are available to most people. In light of the legal ramifications, I believe the best way to avoid being pulled over while wearing a Google Glass headset is to be sitting behind the wheel of a Google driverless car. Thanks for the minute. For Scientific American 60-Second Tech, I'm Larry Greenmeyer.
It is 7:50 on News Radio KFBK. Boston attack and a Ricin attack, perhaps, on one member of Congress. The story's coming up in 2 minutes.
Let's get you out to the drive now with KFBK's Brian Nobles.
Did have an accident reported eastbound I-80 at Norwood. CHP got there, found out it's on the westbound side of the roadway. Part of the roadway is blocked and traffic is now backed up to the I-80 split on westbound I-80 across the top town at Norwood. No injuries involved in that accident. Now they've just got to get the vehicles over to the shoulder. Westbound Cap City Freeway at Marconi, just getting word of an accident there. Beyond don't have any further details other than CHP has been dispatched to go take a look, and it started with 2 vehicles involved. Now there are 4. No word on roadway blockage, however. Florin Road at East Parkway got part of the roadway blocked by an accident there. Couple of vehicles involved. No injuries involved in that one, however. And seeing slowdowns on all of our freeways around Sacramento. Westbound 50 got it going on through El Dorado Hills and Folsom. Once you're around the curb at Sunrise, next slowdown isn't until you get past Mather Field. 99 out of Elk Grove. Lots of slow and go off and on from Florin Road to Highway 50. Northbound I-5 jammed up at Laguna Boulevard. No indication as to what's in the roadway in front of it, but by the time you get to Florin Road, you're moving well the rest of the way into downtown Sacramento with traffic every 10 minutes. Your next report, 8 o'clock on News Radio KFBK.
Clear, breezy morning. We've got winds up to 21 miles an hour from the north-northwest. We top out at 72 today. Sunshine, calmer winds, and into the 80s right through Sunday.
44 in Lincoln, 47 in Citrus Heights, 46 in downtown Sacramento.
7:51, time for a check of business news. Quick check, here's Kelly.
Yeah, residential real estate, as we've talked about, doing better just about everywhere, including Sacramento. Office space, though, commercial real estate, not so great. According to Cordish and Carey, 23.3% vacancy rate, a 10-year supply at historic absorption rates. So we would have to build anything for 10 years. That's how much space there is available. Roseville doing much better, though, especially with Sutter Health taking over one of the buildings at the former HP headquarters. As for the market, a down day, giving back the gains of yesterday as we have disappointing earnings reports from B of A and Yahoo as well. Mattel way up, mainly because American Girl doll sales had a double-digit increase. Let's check the real-time numbers. Dow down 157 at 14,600. NASDAQ down 63 at 3202. The S&P down 24 at 1551. Volatility has come back to this market. 7-2 decliners over advancers. Gold up 2 at 13.89 an ounce. 10-year bond yield 1.7%.
Thank you, Kelly. 7:53. Now we'll check back with you at 8:21. Just crossing the wires now, ABC News is reporting a second letter sent to the U.S. Senate has apparently tested positive for ricin. As you heard here on KFBK, news of a first letter came out yesterday. The first was addressed to Senator Roger Wicker of Mississippi. That letter currently being tested by the FBI. Now the news of a second letter being sent to the U.S. Senate tested positive for ricin. Ricin is made from castor oil plant, and it takes only a small amount to kill someone.
Well, we know that President Obama will be heading to Boston to meet with investigators and lend his support to the ongoing investigation to bring the bomber or bombers to justice. Former National Security Advisor Condoleezza Rice says the White House is facing some tough days ahead following the attacks in Boston.